Hey, good afternoon, and welcome to High Top Sports Network. My name is Josh Shreckengost. Today I'm sitting down with three West Shamokin Lady Wolves volleyball players who were named All-State this season after their team captured the Heritage Conference Championship and District 6 Championship and went to the state semifinals. First, I'm joined by senior setter Abby Oesterling, a two-time All-State selection. Abby, thank you for joining me today.
Thank you.
Yeah. First off, just kind of, I know you're not one to really focus on individual accomplishments, but being named All-State 2 years in a row, that's something really special that not a lot of people, get to accomplish in their high school careers. Just kind of give me a general feeling after you were named All-State for the second time.
Well, it's a great honor, and mostly I have my coaches to thank and my teammates. They've really pushed me to be the best that I can be. So,
Yeah, you were a real leader out there these past two seasons. The offense obviously running through you at the setter position. Kind of talk to me about you guys' run through the Heritage and District 6, and just as you guys got further into the postseason, it seemed like you got stronger. Is that true?
yeah, that's definitely true. I think that the confidence came back, and we just came out stronger.
Yeah, there were a couple of times, as the games that we covered you, it seemed like, you guys were able to work through adversity without having to call timeouts. Is that something that you felt, as a team, that confidence to be able to work through adversity on the court without having to stop play?
Yeah, and that's something my mom also, the coach, she really is very good at that, calling timeouts at the right time, but also letting us go and work it out ourselves. That's very important. And we're really good at just calming down and figuring out what we need to do and then accomplishing it.
Yeah, and you guys obviously with a lot of playoff experience coming into this season. Give me the feeling on the court after that final point in the Heritage Conference Championship. You guys, the celebration was overwhelming there.
Yeah, that was probably one of the most exciting moments of my life. I just, there was so much emotions going on, and everyone was excited, and it was just kind of unbelief because that's the first time that we've won that, and it was kind of unreal.
Yeah, speaking of firsts as well, going through the District 6 championship, coming off that Heritage Conference championship, what was the mood with the team? Were you guys confident? Were you nervous? Was there anxiety? How did you feel going into that District 6 tournament?
I feel that there was full confidence, and because after winning the Heritage against Northern Cambria, we were um, we were full with confidence, and we just had that momentum going into the District 6 championship.
Yeah, speaking of Northern Cambria, they were back-to-back defending state champions, and you guys made quick work of them on their own gym, on their own court. Just talk to me about going into that situation a little bit. You guys having to go on the road for that game, not at the KCAC, a neutral site game. You had to go into their gym, and then to take care of them the way you did. I mean, that was a really impressive performance.
Well, I think we also the very first game of our season, it was against Northern Cambria, and we lost to them. And that was kind of our just we got another chance, and we took them in three, and uh, yeah, so that was very exciting because we were in adversity because they had their gym, they had their fans, they had a big student section, and it was just we overcame that, and that showed a lot of character from our team.
Yeah, it was really one of the most impressive volleyball matches I've ever covered, considering what you guys were going up against and the extra obstacles that were thrown your way, due to the game not being able to be played at the KCAC. But I kind of want to get into the District 6 tournament right now. You guys you were just a steamroller through that tournament. You could obviously tell that winning the Heritage Conference gave you guys a lift. Talk to me about you and your teammates, kind of just how you kind of talked to each other and approached it going into that District 6 tournament.
Well, we had the confidence that we knew we could go as far as we were able. Like we knew that we were good enough to go, and we just had to get it done. And so we had a lot of confidence in that, and so we just kind of kept believing in ourselves, and eventually we just like, yeah, we steamrolled into the District 6 championship.
Yeah, for sure. And going into the state tournament, you guys obviously made it to the semis before falling to Clarion. I mean, not a terrible thing. Excuse me, the quarters before falling to Clarion, not a terrible thing. They were eventual state champions. But just talk about the experiences the season as a whole, and just how special it was to you, this being your senior year.
This was one of my most memorable seasons, especially since it was my senior year, and this group of girls that I got to play with this year were just, we made bonds this year that cannot be broken, and that also really helped us, because in past years I feel like we didn't glue together as well, but this year our bonds were so strong, and we were always there for each other. We were supporting each other, and that just that made this year extra special.
Yeah, and I mean, you guys had several seniors on your team this year, but it seems like you got a great team coming back next year. Obviously, you'll be at Seton Hill continuing your volleyball career. But how do you feel about handing down a winning tradition to these younger girls that are coming up now?
Well, I'm very confident that next year they will be very good. They have Lexie Young and Maddie McConnell coming back as the outsides. They have Rachel Seton coming in a setter, and she'll be ready. You have Jarrah, who's coming back. I feel like they're going to come back really strong next year, and hopefully they'll keep that momentum, that winning momentum, and do well next year.
Right. And as I mentioned, you going to Seton Hill. What was the reason for choosing Seton Hill to continue your volleyball career?
Well, I wanted somewhere close because I did not want to go anywhere far away. And Seton Hill is the school that my mom went to, so I feel like that's something we can share. And I know the coaches, and I feel like when it comes down to it, that was the best fit for me, that school.
Yeah, tradition there at Seton. Excellent. Thanks so much to you, Abby Oesterling, for joining me today here on High Top Sports Network. We'll be right back with junior outside hitter Lexie Young after this quick commercial break.
Tired of waiting around for your insurance company to get back to you after a claim? Avoid the trouble and place a face to the name of all your insurance needs. Shellhammer Atwood & Associates, a member of TGIF Solutions, provides a wide range of services and can promptly provide the service you expect when you need it most. The team at Shellhammer Atwood & Associates has expertise in all lines, including home, auto, life, business, and farm insurance. Stop in at Shellhammer Atwood & Associates, located at 331 Arthur Street in West Katanning, for a quote today.
And welcome back to High Top Sports Network. My name is Josh Shreckengost. I'm joined now by West Shamokin Jr. outside hitter and all-state selection, Lexie Young. Lexie, thank you for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
And congratulations, as I said a little bit ago off camera. Talk to me about this, individual honor. I know you girls are one of the closest, closely bonded, tight-knitted teams that I've covered. And obviously individual statistics don't matter that much in terms, in comparison to wins. But tell me how it feels for you individually to be named All-State.
Individually it is an honor, but I don't like the team that we had this year. I had such a great time with. So this year it was definitely because of the coaches, because of our team, and just how everyone played together.
Yeah, Abby had mentioned that opening loss of the season to Northern Cambria, and then you get your revenge against them, not losing again until the state tournament, but getting your revenge against them in the Heritage Conference Championship. Talk to me about your emotion and adrenaline as that match wore on, when you guys were firmly in control there.
That game was definitely one of the best games we have ever played. Everyone had confidence after the nerves went away, and we all just played our hearts out and definitely wanted to be there and definitely wanted to beat Northern Cambria.
Yeah. Well, as I said to Abby, you guys having to go to their place to play that. They had their fans, they were on their home court, and for you to take them out in 3 sets was just truly impressive. And you mentioned the nerves a little bit. You guys did start out slow, but it seemed like once you worked through those nerves, you guys were unstoppable in that match.
Yeah, in the bigger games we do start out a little bit nervous, but then after we start getting our momentum going again, we are unstoppable, I feel like.
Yeah, sadly for you, you suffered an injury at the end of that Heritage Conference Championship, and you didn't look the same, just from the outside sports reporter observer eye. You didn't look the same. How tough was it for you to battle through that injury throughout the rest of you guys' playoff run?
It was very hard, but I have to thank our trainer, Jen, for fixing me and taping me up before every game so then I could go back in and play back row and help the team out and put 100% in. But it was very hard mentally to think that I can't hit, but playing in the game, our team was just so good. Or not like that, but we were just so, I don't know, ready to play even though I was hurt.
Yeah, next man up kind of mentality,
Mhm.
right? But I mean, you mentioned having, you came in, you did play back row, and you said it was a mental challenge. How tough was that for you? Not just being in a different position the entire time, but how tough was it for you to be away from the net and knowing that you weren't being able to contribute the kills that you had all season long?
It was very tough, but Mackenzie Buzzard did one heck of a job up there at the net, and she did help the team out a lot whenever she was up there, and I had a lot of confidence in her too whenever she was moved up.
Now, you dealt with that injury throughout District 6 and, the state playoffs as well. And how are you feeling right now?
Right now, I'm feeling pretty good. I've been doing physical therapy for it, and it's coming around.
Yeah, I know. Now we have this 3-week pause for basketball. You guys obviously all play basketball as well. Um, how tough is that right now? You're coming back from an injury you suffered in volleyball season, and you're probably, where would you gauge yourself on the scale of 0 to 100%?
I would say about 65, 70%. I'm still like working out on my own at practice in the weight room and being at practice as much as I can, but I've been okay.
So maybe this 3-week pause will help you a little bit before you get
Yeah.
into game action.
hmm
Well, kind of give me your favorite memory of this past volleyball season. You guys made so many, a really historic season for the West Shamokin volleyball program. Kind of give me your favorite memory.
My favorite memory was most definitely the Heritage Conference win. That was just, everyone just played together and it was the best game of the year. So it was an awesome win that we had.
Excellent. And, Abby had mentioned, she's obviously departing for graduation next year, but you guys have a very talented team coming back. And that's got to be exciting for you. Being a junior, you're going to get one more year and you're going to have a team that's coming off a very, very strong season, a championship caliber season. Just kind of give me your initial thoughts. I know it's a year away, but your initial thoughts of next year's team.
I have a feeling that we're going to do very well and we could potentially go just as far or even farther with the team that's coming up. Like Abby had mentioned, we still have our two outside hitters. We have Jared Huth as our right side hitter, Rachel Saccone as our setter. We will just have to keep our momentum going of winning and continue our season next year.
Excellent. Well, congratulations again, Lexie. Thanks so much for joining me here on High Top Sports Network. And we'll be back with sophomore outside hitter Maddie McConnell after this quick commercial break.
Tired of waiting around for your insurance company to get back to you after a claim? Avoid the trouble and place a face to the name of all your insurance needs. Shellhammer Atwood & Associates, a member of TGIF Solutions, provides a wide range of services and can promptly provide the service you expect when you need it most. The team at Shellhammer Atwood & Associates has expertise in all lines, including home, auto, life, business, and farm insurance. Stop in at Shellhammer Atwood & Associates, located at 331 Arthur Street in West Katanning, for a quote today.
And welcome back to High Top Sports Network. My name is Josh Shreckengost. I'm joined now by sophomore outside hitter for West Shamokin Lady Wolves, Maddie McConnell. Maddie, congratulations on being named All-State.
Thank you.
Now, just, I asked the other girls, obviously this is a tremendous individual honor. Just kind of give me your feelings when you found out that you had been named All-State for this season.
I was definitely very excited. I was very honored, but like Abby and Lexie had said, I definitely wouldn't be here without my teammates and coaches. My teammates definitely pushed me throughout the year to get me to where I am now.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't get to see you until that Heritage Conference Championship, and I thought, whoa, where did this girl come from? And I assume, just judging from the statistics going up to that Heritage Conference Championship game, you obviously really kind of came into your own this year. Tell me about, gaining confidence as the season went on, and you just really becoming I called you Auto Maddie on the broadcast because it seemed like when you went up and got the ball square, there was no way it was being returned.
I just feel like as the season went on, I definitely gained more confidence. And like I said, my teammates definitely helped with that, because in previous years, if I've made mistakes, I tend to get in my own head. But this year I knew that I didn't want to do that again. So with my teammates' help, it definitely contributed to that.
Also, how did your coaches help bring you along? Because a sophomore playing such substantial amount of playing time, I know Coach Oesterling is not afraid to play underclassmen, especially when they show her that they have the ability to make plays at the varsity level. But for you personally, how did your coaches help bring you along and bring you up to speed and make you into an all-state player?
They definitely pushed me during practices and everything. They knew I had the potential, and they just had to get it out of me. I worked a lot with one of my coaches off to the side during passing drills. I would hit into the wall, and that definitely helped me a lot. It helped my form with hitting, helped me to hit different areas on the court. They all contributed so much, and it helped me a lot.
Now, you were obviously a big part of this championship team, this Heritage Conference championship team that we discussed with Abby and Lexie. Obviously Abby is senior, Lexie a year older than you. You probably didn't take on as much of a leadership role as they did, but your play kind of spoke for itself, and other teams obviously had to game plan around you. How was your feeling when it got to be playoff time? Did you kind of defer to the upperclassmen, or did you say, hey, I'm here, I deserve to be here, and I'm going to go out and give it everything I have?
I definitely felt like I was there for a reason, and I couldn't let up. I couldn't give up. I had to step up and help my teammates and not just rely on the upperclassmen to get everyone's momentum going.
Yeah, there were certainly times where, it seemed like 4, 5, 6 kills in a row all went to you. And it's kind of, you had the other team back on their heels a little bit defensively. Where does that power come from, your jumping ability? Is that kind of a natural gift, or have you trained yourself up to this point to improve those things?
During our summer workouts, we do jump box training, and that definitely helps a lot. And I feel like some of my power with hitting comes from softball, because I also play that. So I feel like the jump box training definitely helps, and then softball adds a little bit to the hitting.
Yeah, you girls are all multi-sport athletes. That is a common theme at a school, the size of West Shamokin, both boys and girls, a lot of multi-sport athletes. How does that help you? I mean, you mentioned softball helping you with the power of your hitting. How does that help you also bond with your teammates?
It's definitely, if I play more sports with my teammates, it definitely helps the bonds grow stronger. But either way, any of the sports I play with them, I'm definitely close with my teammates, and we all have a very strong bond.
Yeah, you can tell. As I said earlier, you guys are one of the most tightly knit teams that I've covered, and I think a lot of that has to do with you guys playing multiple sports. But kind of take me through this season and give me your favorite memory of the year.
It was definitely the Heritage Conference Championship. It definitely helped push us, since last year we lost to them in the KCAC, but that definitely helped us with our confidence and everything. We just wanted this game from the beginning, and going into it, everyone was confident. Everybody wanted to win, and we just really, really wanted this championship.
Yeah, how much did that opening match of the season, you guys fall into them in 5, and then you don't lose again until the state tournament. I mean, how much did that, light the fire inside you to say, hey, we want our revenge on these guys later down in that Heritage Conference Championship?
It definitely helped, because once we lost to them, we realized, okay, we don't want to lose again. We want this win against them.
How excited are you? You'll be going into your junior year next season, and I asked the other girls. Well, I asked Lexie since she'll be returning. But how excited are you to get back on the volleyball court with this team? Extremely talented, obviously playoff tested now, and I'm sure you guys feel like you have more to prove.
I'm very excited, and I can't wait to see what next year holds for us. I definitely am confident that our team's going to do very well next year.
Excellent. Well, thanks so much to Maddie McConnell for joining me here on High Top Sports Network. And thanks also to Abby Oesterling and Lexie Young for joining me. And congratulations to those girls being named All-State. For Maddie McConnell, Abby Oesterling, and Lexie Young, my name is Josh Shreckengost. Thanks for joining us on HighTopSportsNetwork.com.